already. Pardon me?
Number 22, Jarrett Bartson. Number 33, Dawson Bruner. Number 40, Logan Current. Number 50, Robert Fletcher. Number 54, Jordan Foster. Number 61, Stephen Gerdeman. Number 37, Nick Gibson. Number 81, Adam Gilbert. Number 24, Grant Morman. Number 9, RJ Nunn. Number 59, Jacob Radebaugh. Number 12, Tanner Rickle. Number 75, J.D. Spiceland. Number 44, Cale Stokes. And number 29, Mitchell Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the press box in the center in the WFIN window. Tonight, we have Mike Coleman of WFIN and Athletic Director Nate Wyrow here to recognize Bob Montgomery. Tonight serves as Bob's final broadcast for the Findlay Trojans and WFIN. Bob graduated from Columbus West High School in 1961. After graduation, he attended Findlay College and earned NAIA All-American Athletic Honors in both football and track. He earned a master's degree from BGSU and then taught at Findlay High School for 35 years from 1966 until 2001. Between 1965 and 1984, he spent time coaching football, wrestling, track, and golf at Findlay High School. In 1984, he helped guide the Trojans to a state golf championship. From 1970 to present, Bob has covered Findlay High School football and basketball contests as color commentator for WFIN Radio. Bob will always be remembered and appreciated for putting the color in color commentary, as he has broadcasted nearly 1,000 Trojan basketball games and nearly 500 Trojan football games. Bob and his wife Sharon have 2 children, Mike and Melissa, both Findlay High graduates, and 6 wonderful grandchildren. Congratulations, Bob, and thank you for your commitment, dedication, and service to Findlay High School and the Findlay community. You have earned tremendous admiration and respect and will be greatly missed by both WFIN and Trojan Athletics. No matter where your next adventure takes you, you will be a Trojan forever. Thank you, Bob.
Hello everyone and welcome out to Donnell's Stadium for the Trojans' last game of the season, and it's a home game for the Trojans. They're going up against the Whitmer Panthers. Thank you for joining the broadcast. My name is Brandon Emsweller with UFTV. This will be a fun one tonight. The Trojans come to this game 4-5 overall, 3-3 in the track conference. Last week, a devastating loss to Toledo Central Catholic, but they'll try to end on a high note tonight. Whitmer, 7-2 overall, 5-1 in the track conference. Last week, they took on St. Francis, defeating them 42-35. Some key players coming out of that game was Riley Keller, the quarterback for Whitmer. He had 318 yards passing, and his big target for that night was Daylon Layton, and he would have 172 receiving yards. So two big performances there by those 2 players for Whitmer, and those are probably going to be some key players that the Trojans are going to have to look out for when they're on defense. And it seems to me that Whitmer likes to throw the ball. We'll see how that happens, but the conditions for tonight are not so pretty in the city of Findlay. Hopefully everyone, if you made it out to the game, that's fantastic. If you're watching at home, I hope it's warm for you. But let's take a look at the weather right now. Currently, it's 47 degrees. The real feel right now is 41 degrees. And I actually got to stand down on the field a little bit just to see what the environment was like. And the winds are not too happy. A northeast wind coming to Findlay. It's 13 miles per hour right now. So we'll see if that affects Whitmer's passing game against the Trojans. Trojans are more of a heavy run style offense, but they pass when they need to on some short slant routes or out routes. So we'll see if that affects the game in any way, but mostly kind of a big factor here too is rain. It's mostly going to rain throughout the whole game, so both teams will be affected by that. Make sure they have some towels down on the sidelines to keep the ball dry for both teams. So this will be an interesting one. That being said, it is senior night. There's 16 seniors for the Findlay Trojans that were just recognized coming out onto the field and hugging their parents. Another big recognition coming tonight was Bob Montgomery, Findlay native. A great guy, works at WFIN, and they recognized him, gave him a plaque, which is great. I got a chance to work with him a little bit. I did one all-star football game with him, and it was a great time working at WFIN. So congratulations to Bob Montgomery. Right now, team's waiting to kick the ball off. Clock still at 1 minute, so key factors, like I said, Whitmer is going to try to have a fast offense right away against these Trojans, and last week they had a fast offense go up against them. They had 5 scores within the first quarter. So Trojans looking to redeem themselves against this Panther offense. And on the offensive side of the ball for the Trojans, Pat Dillon going to do his best to move the ball down the field. He did have a spectacular touchdown pass to Fetterman in the closing minutes of that Toledo Central Catholic game. So we'll see how the Trojans will answer from that devastating loss last week. Whitmer decides to receive. Well, actually, Trojans decide to defer. Whitmer will receive, but they will be driving down the field towards the 13-mile-per-hour wind.
Whitmer will be back to receive. Whitmer in their white road tops with maize pants and blue trim on those pants, as well as those blue helmets with a panther on one side, numbers on the other. Finley in their home yellow uniforms. With a big block on either side as the kickoff is away from
It's a little bit of a squib kick right there, a little bit over to the right, and finally gets taken down around the 40-yard line with the carry there. That was Carlos Negrin for the Panthers, and we'll get the offense coming out. So key player, their quarterback, Riley Keller, coming out. Got the chance to watch him warm up a little bit. He's a junior, 6'2", 210 pounds. We'll see how he can drive his team down the field against this Trojan defense. Key factor also, DeLon Layton. A lot of shotgun formation coming out of this Panthers team. So Keller will be in shotgun, double wide receivers on the far side of your TV, single on the near. Keller will look. He has Layton on the slant. Excuse me, that was not Layton. That was actually Zach Welling with the catch, and that will move for a first down. So Panthers now enter into Trojan territory at the 49-yard line. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Keller with the handoff to his running back, Myers. Myers will take it. He gets past the 30-yard line, finally gets taken down past the 25. Gilbert in on the tackle, but a big gain there by Myers. And right out the gate, the Panthers going with a fast offense. They get stopped at the 23-yard line, first down and 10. Doubles on the far side, single on the near. Keller in shotgun. He'll drop back to pass this time, looking deep into the corner of the end zone for his wide receiver. And a nice job there on the defensive end. That was R.J. Nunn to knock that ball away. Welling was the intended wide receiver for the Panthers, and this will be their first second down. So second down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Two nice connections by the quarterback and a nice run by Myers to get them into the 23-yard line in Trojan territory. It will be another handoff to Myers up the middle. He'll make it towards the 20. They'll mark it at the 21. Gain of 3 on that run, so brings up third down for the Panthers. If you are now watching the broadcast, welcome out. My name's Brandon Emsweller, and you're watching Trojan football on UFTV. Keller will drop back to pass. He's going to have to roll out of the pocket to the right. He's going to try to run, see if he has a wide receiver, and Nunn picks it off in the end zone. Was his feet still in? And they're saying, the referee is saying that he did. He got a toe into the end zone, and that's a turnover for the Panthers. And a nice job there. R.J. Nunn already had that batted pass down on first down at the 23-yard line for the Panthers, and a nice job there to stay on his wide receiver and get the interception. Now the Trojans will go on offense at the 20-yard line. And we'll get a chance to see the Trojan offense.
You know, and really, Riley's defense, you know, as the rollout happened and he let the ball go, you know, he had a little step on him, but none undercut the route and was able to pick that off and stay in bounds.
So we'll see our first look.
Get our first look at Pat Dillon.
Trojan offense. It
Running back is Rickman. Dylan will go under center. Single wide receiver is Gilbert. It's going to be a sweep over to Nunn. He'll roll it out to the right. He'll get taken down at the 25. They're going to mark him down at the 24-yard line. Make that 2nd down and 6 for the Trojans. Nice halfback sweep there.
We wondered in that far corner because the backside official.
Dylan's going to go under center again.
With the far side judge there. They were the ones that eventually.
And now they'll audible. Dylan will go into shotgun, double wide receivers on the far side. We got trip wide receivers on your near. Dylan will drop back, throw into the flat to Fetterman, and he'll catch that one. Gets past the 1st down marker and finally gets knocked out of bounds close to that 50-yard line. Nice pickup there by Fetterman, and that will make it another 1st down. 9:48 left. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line. But a nice job there. Do the audible coming out of going under center for Dylan, throwing the flat to Fetterman. He'll get a nice pickup there. 1st down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Dylan will go back under center. We'll see if they do that audible. Instead, they don't. They give off to R.J. Nunn. Nunn will get close to that 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 44. Nice pickup of 3 right there. 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. A little bit different formation coming out of this Trojan offense. Mostly they run out of shotgun formation. Instead, going with under the center. Well, it will be a pitch out to Mullins. Mullins will try to roll over a Panther. He'll be taken out of bounds. In on the tackle for the Panthers was Cameron Vargas. They're going to say it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Going to say 46-yard line. Clock will stop at 9:16 in the 1st quarter. Mullins comes into the game for the Trojans offense. Dylan will go back under center. Rickman to his right, and in the back is Nunn. It will be a fake to Nunn. He'll roll out to the left, had Rickman, and that will be an incomplete pass. So that will bring out the special teams for the Trojans. So off the interception in the end zone by R.J. Nunn, no points will be put on the scoreboard, and Dylan will punt this one away to the Panthers.
Dylan, also the Trojans punter, will come on and sit back at the 32-yard line, back deep for the Panthers. Standing at the 20-yard line is Dallin Lake.
Low snap, and it basically just falls to the ground. Luckily, Dylan does get it off. A nice bounce there by Dylan. Luckily, got that one off. He gets the rugby-style kick before he gets tackled by that Panther front on special teams, and the ball would go out at the 25-yard line. So basically thinking they would shoot themselves in their foot. Instead, actually positive stuff was coming out of that kick, and that is where the Panthers will start for their 2nd drive of the game. The last time they were on offense, Keller was getting picked on by getting picked off by this Trojan defense. Keller back in shotgun. Trip wide receivers on the far side. Single. They'll motion. It's going to be a handoff to his running back. We'll see if I can get a number on that, but he will be taken down for a 1-yard gain. They're going to say 26.
That was Trey Messina on the carry. So a 1-yard gain for Trey. It'll make it 2nd down and 9. At the Whitmer
2nd down and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Sitting at 10 as Whitmer comes out.
Switch signs, basically to double wide receivers. He'll motion a wide receiver. Instead, gives off the running back. Once again, he'll try to drive it to the inside on the right. He'll get past the 30-yard line, mark it down at the 31, and that brings up 3rd down for the Panthers.
Once again, the Panthers have to get to the Finley 35, the Whitmer 35-yard line for a 1st down.
You know, for our listeners at home that are used to some old school football, you know, Finley's defense looks reminiscent to a
Trip wide receivers on the far side of the field, single on the left, and we're going to have an encroachment call go against the Trojans, move the ball 5 yards, automatic first down for the Panthers.
It was actually one of the outside linebackers that jumped off sides, but it was Aiden Eubanks who couldn't stay on side, so it's going to be a first down for Whitmer right at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 there with 7:55 to play here in the first quarter. And again, no score between Whitmer and Findlay right now. Keller will be in a pistol set again.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Keller will draw back to pass, looking downfield. Instead, goes for the short pass, and now will be taken out of bounds.
Near the 45-yard line. Good gain on first down for the Whitmer offense there.
Leighton with the catch.
About the 41, 42-yard line of the Panthers.
Brings up second down for the Panthers.
Down Leighton, we've seen
Mark it at the 42-yard line. Second down and 4.
Spot a talented young man, a lot of speed, great vision out on the field, really moves well laterally, but it's taken a while for the light to come on for him. And
Panthers using that pistol formation. Another motion once again. He finally will hand it off to Leighton in the backfield, and he'll be taken down. He'll be short of the first down marker. They're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line, so it's going to be 1 yard to go for the Panthers.
and get close to the first down, it's going to be 3rd down and 1, and having him out of that backfield, Jerry.
Panthers favoring that type of formation there. A bit like a jet sweep, but bringing that wide receiver over. Keller has 2 options, basically 3 options. Give off the running back, give off the wide receiver, or he can keep it himself. We'll see if that's the case again. Nope, he'll hand off to his running back. Is that Weiss? And somehow slips out of the defense, and he finally gets taken down past the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 43-yard line, and somehow Trey Mathena got out of that pile. Keller in shotgun all by himself. He'll roll to the right, looking downfield. He'll keep it. He'll go out of the bounds at the 40-yard line.
Just a yard shy or right at the 40. They're going to mark him right at the 40. So gain of 3 on the plate will bring up 2nd down and 7.
Panthers back in this territory once again on their first offensive drive, so we'll see if they can capitalize. Last time they were in this position, they were throwing the ball away to R.J. Nunn.
You were pleased to see it a little bit more last week.
2nd down and 7 at the 40-yard line.
I think that's going to add a new wrinkle that teams have to watch for.
Yeah, you know, and what I see here with Findlay, you know, with their pressure defense, they're actually, you know, squatting some of the outside.
Keller in shotgun, pistol formation once again. He's going to motion Myers out to the near side of the field. He'll look downfield, has a wide receiver open. It's his running back. It's Pazan Wimberly, and the pass was no good, but they're going to call a flag, and it's going to be a late hit coming from Mullins. That will be a personal foul. We'll see if the referees say if it is.
Pass is incomplete. Flag on the play.
And they're going to say it's pass interference against the Trojans. That will move the ball 15 yards. 6:29 left in the first quarter. Still scoreless, but the Panthers are prowling.
Well, the wind is kind of in the Whitmer Panthers' face right now, and you wonder how much that ball got held up in the wind. It's actually kind of swirling a little bit as the flag is twisted around the flagpole.
Keller back at shotgun.
To the south of us.
He'll motion. Leighton once again. He'll throw in the flat to Leighton. He has an open room, and he'll finally get taken down. A nice tackle there. Was that Fetterman? Oh, no, that was Nunn. Nice job going for the legs. Gets him down. They'll mark him down at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down for the Panthers.
The Findlay 21-yard line.
A lot of rotations coming out of the backfield for the Panthers. For running back, Myers is in as well as Devin Motor. Hand off to Myers. He'll bring it up to the right. It gets past the 20, but it's going to bring up 3rd down at the 19-yard line. Clock still runs.
Just joining us, 5:38 to play here in the first quarter. No score yet between Whitmer and Findlay. Christian Bauer, Jerry Bell, and Bruce Johnson down on the sidelines with you. Thank you so much for spending part of your final Friday in October with us here on Talk Radio 100.
Motor behind Keller. Trip wide receivers to the near side. Single on the far. He'll look to his left, going deep downfield. Has a wide receiver open, and that is a touchdown. And I believe that is Layton with the touchdown.
That was maybe Spencer Morgan. It was Dallin, I'm sorry, thank you, Jerry, but that corner end zone.
And that does not look good. Layton is down on the track. He did catch it in bounds, but it still had a lot of momentum going out. They're going to go check on him.
Everybody in Panther Nation is holding their breath because Dallin Layton has been down on that track, and he may just be cramping up, I hope, but who knows at this point. It looks like they're looking at the left leg of Dallin Layton, but the way that this end zone slopes here at Findlay, Jerry and I were talking about it before the game.
Out to kick the extra point for the Panthers.
In this one end, and it makes it
They're still checking, but luckily Layton does get back up,
from field
and
turf
he will
to track.
try to walk back, a little limp in that left leg, but it is dangerous. The football field here does kind of slope off into the track area when you have that momentum coming off a defensive back trying to get a touchdown catch, and Layton will actually run off the field. I think Layton will be okay, and Panthers don't have to worry about that.
He may have ran into that. Regardless, it's a 19-yard touchdown catch for Dallin Layton from Riley Keller with 5:11 to play here in the first quarter.
Austin Gibbons in to kick the extra point for the Panthers. Gibbons with the kick. The kick is up, and it is good. So, a touchdown pass by Keller to Layton, his big wide receiver. Panthers get on the board first in the first quarter with 5:11 left. The score 7-0. Panthers on top of the Trojans. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
Out of the break, Panthers will kick off. It will be Gibbons, 7-0. Panthers' second drive ends in a score. With the kick, it's going to be a kind of a short squib kick at around that 20-yard line, but receiving is Fetterman, and Fetterman's putting on the Jets. He gets past the 30-yard line, now the 25, 20. He'll be taken down inside the 15-yard line, and that is where the Trojans will start on their second time out on offense. Third time out. Actually, second time out on offense. It got a little bit confused, but off that big run by Fetterman. But great field position for the Trojans. A nice answer back there from that Panthers score. Last time Trojans were out on offense, it ultimately ended in a punt. See what they can do here in Panther territory at the 15-yard line. Dillon under center. He'll hand off to Nunn, and Nunn will be taken down. He'll get a short gain. Instead, the ball gets ripped out of Nunn's hands, and with the ball right now, that's going to be Kevon Butler, and Butler's going to try to take it all the way. Instead, gets knocked out of his hands, and Findlay recovers. We'll see who recovered. I couldn't tell. I believe that was Fetterman that ran the length of the field and knocked it out of his hands, and the Trojans will get the ball back. Since it was a change of possession, it will be still first down for the Trojans, hopefully. It's going to be all the way back at the 22-yard line, but that is a crazy, crazy, crazy event right there. Well, the Trojans started at the 15-yard line in Panther territory. Butler would take it all the way back into Trojan territory, loses the ball last second. Fetterman, nice job popping that out. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. Dillon with the handoff to Mullins in the backfield. He'll be taken down. Gets a 1-yard gain on that run. Brings up second down and 9 for the Trojans. But what a crazy series of events. I have not seen something like that in a while. And, man. Dillon's going to go under center. He's going to have an ISO situation with Gilbert out on the near side of the field. Behind him is going to be Mullins again. He'll look. He'll go right to Gilbert. Almost gets picked off. The pass thrown to Gilbert's out of reach on that one. Almost gave the ball away to the Panthers. It's going to bring up third down and 9. 4:01 left in the first quarter. Nunn will come into the game, so trying to get a little bit more speed out there. So you have Mullins, Rickman, Nunn, and Gilbert on the game. Dillon will be in shotgun. Trip wide receivers on the near side, single on the far. Rickman is to Dillon's right. He'll roll out to the right, looking downfield. Pump fakes. He'll keep it, and he'll be taken down towards the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. And I would rather be punting the ball away instead of having the Panthers have the ball in your own territory. So Dillon will punt this one away with 3:40 left in the first quarter. And a crazy drive for the Trojans starting the 15-yard line. Somehow, some way, Panthers take the ball away from R.J. Nunn, run it all the way down to the 22-yard line. And Fetterman knocks the ball out, keeping possession for the Trojans, and they will punt this one off. Dillon with the kick. It's going to be a short, high-flying kick, and will go out of bounds. They'll probably mark this one out. They're going to say at the, I'm thinking the 45. They're going to think differently. They're going to say it goes out at the 35, call that the 36-yard line, and the Panthers will start in Trojan territory. Last time the Panthers were on offense, they were getting introduced to the end zone. A 19-yard pass from Keller to Daylon Layton, his big wide receiver. Scary moment, though, after the touchdown catch. He was on the track for a bit, but after that he got right back up and just ran off the field towards the sidelines and looked good as new. Keller back in shotgun formation. He'll motion his running back motor. It's going to be a handoff once again to his running back Mathena. He'll get close to the 30-yard line, brings up second down for the Panthers. Called that. Well, we got a penalty flag now. We'll see what the referees. I didn't get. They're going to call a block in the back against the Panthers. Didn't get a chance to see who it was on, but that will move them back.
10-yard penalty, first down.
They're going to bring it to the 41-yard line. First and 15 for the Panthers. 3:09 left in the first quarter. Motor still in, as well as Mathena. Double wide receivers on the far side. Single on the near. Keller back in shotgun. Audibling a little bit is Keller. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to look downfield, but the pocket's closing. He'll have to roll out. Throws deep, has a wide receiver wide open, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. And trying to get a number out of that one, and that is going to be Zach Walling all by himself. A little bit of blown coverage by the Trojans, and they will get another score with 2:40 left in the first quarter, make it 13-0. A deep pass all the way back at the 41-yard line, and Keller definitely showing that he can throw big time. Against St. Francis, he had 318 yards passing, so he can definitely throw the ball downfield. Kick is up by Gibson. It is good, so the score now is going to be 14-0 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. We'll take a short break, a 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Wasbro Rental Property is a family-owned and operated residential rental company serving Findlay, Ohio and its surrounding areas. For over 50 years, Wasbro Rental Property has helped residents find the right apartment to fit their needs. Go to theshermanhouse.net for more rental information or call 419-423-8321. Wasbro is proud to support the Findlay Media Network.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Because they understand that I work hard for my money and deserve a reward, like Everyday Rewards Checking, a checking account that rewards you with a refund on your ATM charges. Plus, you can get paid, cash rewards, or great interest rate rewards just for using your debit card or paying a bill online, right from your phone or tablet. Stop by the Union Bank today and ask about Everyday Rewards Checking, or visit us online. Your community bank. Union Bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back out to Donnell Stadium. Gibbons with the kick off that Panthers touchdown pass by Keller. Nunn and Fetterman are back to receive. Fetterman gets that one. He had a big run on the last kickoff, but Panthers will stop him before that 30-yard line. Mark that at the 28. That's where the Trojans will start. Last time is basically a magic act for the Findlay Trojans. Start off at the 15-yard line in Panthers territory. A handoff to Nunn. Somehow, Caven Butler gets the ball, runs it all the way down the field to the 22-yard line, and Fetterman comes up behind, knocks the ball out, recovers, and then the Trojans would get another chance, another new set of downs. And ultimately, that would end with a Pat Dillon punt. Dillon will go under center once again. It's going to be a toss to Nunn. He'll run it out to the right. Stiff arm goes out of bounds. And they're going to mark him. He's actually going to lose some yards. It's going to be at the 27-yard line. Make that second down and 11 for the Trojans.
But something that we really haven't talked about much, and we see him out there now, is Jake Gladio has been cleared to play. He hasn't played since he broke fractured two vertebrae against.
And now we're going to get a timeout by Ritzler. A little bit of confusion on what play they want to do. We'll take the timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
You might be surprised at how much money is in the walls of this old house. With a Union Bank Home Equity Line of Credit, the equity from your home can be used for whatever you need. College tuition, paying off those credit cards, even home improvement. And there are no closing costs. Best of all, you work with Union Bank loan professionals right here in your hometown. Go to theubank.com for details. Union Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
14-0, Panthers on top of the Trojans, but right now Trojans on offense, second down and 11 at the 37-yard line, trying to move the ball down the field to get some points on the board. We have a new player in on offense in that backfield. That's going to be Brandon Hamilton. Dillon, another toss, but it's going to be a fake handoff to Fetterman instead. A nice job by Fetterman. Split that defense, go to the right. He gets past the 40-yard line, mark it at the 41. That will be a first down, so second down and 11 at the 37 is positive yardage. Nice fake there by Dillon on that toss. Instead, it's a nice little handoff, and it had a big opening room between the offensive linemen to get a nice vacancy at the 41-yard line. 2 minutes with a running clock. Dillon, it's going to be a handoff to Rickman. He'll try to juke out some players. Gets down, but there is... I could have swore I saw the ball come out, but instead Rickman did hold on. A nice job. He'll get past the 50-yard line. Mark it at the 48. And the Trojans are in Panthers territory once again. And Trojans definitely utilizing the under center formation. A nice job. You have multiple options in this formation. You can either do the toss, do an inside handoff, do a quarterback keeper. It's going fairly well. Rickman will get the toss to the left side and finds room. He'll get past the 45, gets to the 44-yard line. A nice pickup for the Trojans, brings up second down, running clock, a minute 30 left in this first quarter. Panthers were able to get those 2 scores, but the Trojans are doing a really nice job moving the ball on this drive. So second down and 6 at the 44. Dillon will once again go under center. He'll motion Fetterman. Inside handoff to Rickman. He'll get to the 40-yard line, close to the first down marker. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line. They're going to have to get at least 3 yards to get the chains moving once again.
Jacob Rickman on the ball carry.
Trojans taking their time.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from the Whitmer 41 with 40 seconds to play here in our first quarter.
Same formation once again. Gilbert on the near side of the field. It's going to be an inside handoff to Hamilton, but he'll be eaten up in the backfield. Leading the way is Kayvon Butler for the Panthers, and that's going to bring up 4th down. In this situation, Ritzler's basically saying we're going to go for it or we'll run the clock down, go into the second quarter, and kind of work and see, do you want to go for the punt? You're in territory where it's, do you want to punt the ball or do you want to go for it on 4th down? It's not a really good sweet spot for a lot of offenses, and they'll run the clock out. We'll go into the second quarter. Panthers get 2 scores in, makes it 14-0 Trojans. We'll see if they punt, or we'll see if they go for it on 4th down and 2 at the 40-yard line. We'll take a short 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
What is WLFC? WLFC is fun. WLFC is music. Community radio station. We aim for anybody who wants something a little bit different than what they're used to hearing.
WLFC is modern. WLFC is a different type of community where we can share our personal music taste.
WLFC is the station setting the soundtrack for your day.
Welcome back out to Donnell Stadium. Panthers on top of the Trojans 14-0 from 2 Keller touchdown passes, one to DeLon Layton, the other one to Zach Walling. But also today is senior day, 16 seniors for the Trojans, and a surprise for today, Tanner Rickle dressed up for today to come out. A devastating injury during the season against St. Francis, but it's nice to see him dressed up for tonight for senior night, his last time at Donnell Stadium. Dillon in shotgun formation, a hard count there to try to get the Panthers defense off sides, and now we got a penalty flag. It was a late penalty flag. They're going to say false start against the Trojans instead, and they're going to get that offensive line. I believe it was on the offensive line, and that will move them back 5 yards. They're going to still go for it. It's not going to change. Well, now they're going to change, and they'll bring the special teams out. Looked like for a second that they would decide to still go for it. Ritzler saying it's too risky. They'll go for the punt instead. Dillon's punt is up and away, almost gets blocked by Butler. That was tipped. It was actually tipped a little bit, and that will bounce inside the 25-yard line, make that at the 20-yard line. A nice punt there by Dillon. So we'll see the Panthers offense come out once again. We'll see if the Trojans defense can get a stop against them. But Keller, that touchdown pass he threw, the first one was 19 yards. The other one was a 41-yard touchdown pass. But the defense definitely has to be aware, mostly defensive backs have to be aware of those deep passes. Last time, the last touchdown pass, Fetterman was in front of his in front of the wide receiver, and he was able to sneak back and get to the back of that end zone for that nice Keller touchdown pass. A throw in the flat to Layton, and Layton will spin move a defender, and he'll finally get taken down. But we got a late hit right there, and it was on Nunn. And with that late hit, try to get the name. That was Michael Dickerson, and the play was clearly over. Whistles were blown, and R.J. Nunn would be found on the ground.
Necessary roughness, number 12 on the offense. 15-yard penalty.
Bring him back.
First down.
The ball back inside the 20-yard line. The ball will be placed all the way near the Whitmer 10. So
They take it all the way back to the 11-yard line for the Panthers. Big loss there. Keller gives off to Myers to the right. He'll slip a few defenders and gets past the 15-yard line. They'll stop him at the 16. That brings up third down for the Panthers. Yeah. I did just notice that the yard line marker says third down. It should be Yeah, I think the referees are going to try. No, they do say it's third down. At that moment, I. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that was a big hit there by Mullins. Keller did get the ball off, but that was dropped by Layton. And the Panthers will come out to punt this one away. Had a little bit of confusion. The penalty actually happened on second down. And then they brought it all the way back, repeated second down. That's what brought up third down. At one moment, I actually thought that I was going crazy, but that is what the term of events were. So 10:56 left in the second quarter. Panthers kicking this one away at the 16-yard line. Gilbert back to receive for the Trojans. The punt will stop. It goes past the 50, rolls more and more and more, and will be stopped at the 40-yard line. That's where the Trojans will start their offensive drive. We'll take a short 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
Coming out of the timeout, Trojans come out on offense. Dylan under center once again. He has Mullins. He'll bounce it out to the left, and he will be taken down. Gets past the 40.
Actually may have lost a yard on the play. We'll see where they mark it officially.
They are sure attacking the edges, you know.
They're saying that he was out at the 41-yard line, so that is a gain of 1. Make it second down and 9. And that kick return by Parker Fetterman, the big one. It was actually 66 yards for Fetterman. Leading rushers so far in that first quarter was Parker Fetterman with 14, Jacob Rickman with 18. Handoff to Fetterman. He'll be taken down, and we got a flag, and now we have a flag coming out on the field towards the 30. It could be a potential holding call going against the Trojans. We'll see what the ref has to say, and it is going to be a holding call.
Looks like they're going to take the penalty, so it's going to back them up.
They'll repeat second down,
Holding.
but it's going to be
number 75 on the offense.
way back
10-yard penalty.
from
Second
the
down.
first down marker. They'll bring it back to the 22-yard line.
Finley has to go to midfield to get a first down. As we usually say at this point, Jerry, there aren't a whole lot of plays in the playbook to figure out how to pick up that much yardage in 2 downs.
No, especially when have a whole lot of confidence in the
Trojans will go into shotgun formation. Dillon all by himself in the back. Trip wide receivers on the far side. Double on the near side of the field. He'll get the pass off, and he threw it right to the defender, and that's going to be a touchdown. The defender for the Panther was Drake Sturdivant, and that will make it 20-0. And I saw what they were trying to do. It was a little wheel route pass, a quick in. It was intended for Parker Fetterman. Instead, Dillon just threw it right to the defender, right to the defensive lineman Sturdivant, and they will get another score in this second quarter. Makes it 20-0. Gibbons out to kick the extra point.
So Austin Gibbons on to kick.
Dillon's first interception. Gibbons with the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Makes it 21-0 off that pass getting picked off. Sturdivant running it into the end zone for the Panthers. The score now 21-0. We'll take a short 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Because they understand that I work hard for my money and deserve a reward, like everyday rewards checking. A checking account that rewards you with a refund on your ATM charges. Plus, you can get paid, cash rewards, or great interest rate rewards just for using your debit card or paying a bill online, right from your phone or tablet. Stop by the Union Bank today and ask about everyday rewards checking, or visit us online. Your community bank. Union Bank. Member FDIC.
Let's go downstairs to Bruce Johnson with the Carmel's Mexican.
Out of the timeout, the Panthers will kick this one off the interception from Pat Dillon to Sturdivant for the score. Makes it 21-0. Back to receive is Nunn and Fetterman. Nunn will catch this, and it went right into his hands, but bobbles out. They'll mark it down at the 9-yard line.
No, Ken, as you've heard say quite a bit this year, you'd like to see.
They're going to say the 8-yard line, and that is where the Trojans will start. It was a 22-yard interception for a score for the Panthers.
By the way, Parker Fetterman dropped the kickoff out of bounds, so the Trojans.
And that happened before that. The Trojans were called for holding, brought them back to the 22-yard line.
I did actually really kind of control things. You want to make a run. You cannot have,
10:16 left in the second. A last-minute.
And we've got a timeout.
A last-minute substitution. Nunn was supposed to be out on the field, and Ritzler's going to have to burn another timeout. So they'll have one timeout left. We'll take the timeout. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Wasbro Rental Property is a family-owned and operated residential rental company serving Findlay, Ohio and its surrounding areas. For over 50 years, Wasbro Rental Property has helped residents find the right apartment to fit their needs. Go to theshermanhouse.net for more rental information or call 419-423-8321. Wasbro is proud to support the Findlay Media Network.
Out of the timeout. Trojans will start at the 8-yard line. They have all the players they need out there. Dillon back under center. The handoff to Nunn. Nunn will get past the 10-yard line, mark him down at the 11-yard line. Brings up second down. Second down and 7 for the Trojans. At this point, the Trojans just trying to get positive yardage, trying to move the ball down the field, but where the ball is placed and where they have to start, It's no easy task going up against this difficult Panthers defense, but somehow, some way, Nunn finds a gap and gets to towards the 50, and definitely a penalty flag is going to be thrown, but a nice gap opened up for Nunn on the right between two linemen, and he just put the Jets on, and the penalty is going to go against the Panthers, of course, at the end with that grabbing of Nunn's jersey and throwing him down to the ground. And from that spot of the foul, the ball is probably going to move forward even more for the Trojans.
No flag on the play. No flag on the play.
Now they're going to wave off the flag. They're going to wave off the flag. So where the play ended, that is where the Trojans will be, but a nice pickup for R.J. Nunn. He gets to the 46-yard line. Dillon will go under center once again. Panthers showing pressure from the corner. It's going to be a handoff to Mullins. Mullins will be taken down before getting into Panther territory. He'll be down at the 47-yard line. Brings up second down for the Trojans. And Panthers now starting to show a little bit of pressure from the outside on these short handoffs by Pat Dillon. They're going to try to fill the box up as much as possible and show pressure. Handoff to Mullins once again, but bounces it out to the left. Needs to keep on going upfield instead of going lateral. And they're actually going to say that's a first down. They're going to mark them an inch shy of that first down. So it's actually going to be 3rd and inches. From where the referee was having it, he was saying it was a first down, but now they laid the ball down, and to me, the tip of the ball is past the first down marker. So, but now the referees are going to move it back towards the 45-yard line, so it will be 3rd down and 1. Dillon under center. Once again, more pressure being shown by the defensive line. Handoff to Nunn, and he'll get past the first down marker and more. Gets stopped at the 40-yard line. In on the tackle for the Panthers was Pashawn Wimberly, excuse me. Dillon back under center. Hamilton is the fullback, and Mullins will continue to be the running back for this play. Mullins will bounce it out to the right. They don't want to lose yards, and he will lose 1 yard on that run to the outside. 2nd down and 11 for the Trojans, and Mullins is saying that he has to come out of the game. Something wrong with his arm. They'll go check on him. Nunn will come into the game. Gilbert will come back out to the near side. Dillon under center once again. Nunn is the running back. It will be a fake toss. Gives off to Fennerman. He finds a gap. He will be taken down. And the Panthers are starting to sniff that one out. And on the tackle for the Panthers is Cameron Vergas. And now we have an injured Panther. While they check on the injured Panther, we'll take a short timeout. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Thank you, Bruce. That would be a tough loss as well if it were.
Wasbro Rental Property is a family-owned and operated residential rental company serving Findlay, Ohio and the surrounding areas. For over 50 years, Wasbro Rental Property has helped residents find the right apartment to fit their needs. Go to theshermanhouse.net for more rental information or call 419-423-8321. Wasbro is proud to support the Findlay Media Network.
Backup defensive end, as Brian Hayes will have to come off at least for a play here on this 3rd down.
A good sign there for the Panthers. Brian Hayes coming off the field, limping a little bit, but at least he's walking off the field. Still 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans. They're at the 37-yard line. Trojans will once again go back under center. None is still in the game for running back.
Dylan under center into this offset eye.
He'll drop back to pass this time, and it's to Gilbert. Gilbert does get some space. He'll try, and that will be broken up by the Panthers. With the breakup there was James Covington, and that brings up 4th down. They're saying that there was pass interference on that call. And there was some jersey pulling by Covington, but referees thought that it was fair game. So the pass will be incomplete. Will be 4th down and 7. Trojans decide to go for it. Back in shotgun to Dylan's left is Rickman. Double wide receivers on both sides. He'll drop back to pass. Has good protection, looking for Gilbert once again, and he will almost get picked off, and that's Covington once again on Gilbert. Luckily, he dodged a bullet instead of getting the interception, and will be an incomplete pass. But a change of possession now, and the Panthers will come back out on offense. With 6:46 left in the second quarter. Last time Panthers were on offense, they were punting the ball away.
Well, so far, Finley's had 4 backs who have rushed the football. Kyle Nunn, Parker Fetterman, and
Keller in shotgun. Myers to his right. We got a diamond formation on your near side. On the far, we got a ISO situation, single wide receiver. And now he'll motion Myers to his left. He'll drop back to pass. He'll throw in a quick slant route, and that will be dropped by Walling. Remains 2nd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now it's really raining.
Barry blamed me for jinxing the play, but is it raining? It was one of those catches that should have been made, and there you see another one.
Get a nice look. It's kind of hard to tell on your screen, but downpour is kind of starting here. Hand off to Layton, and a nice job by Mullins to sniff that one out. And Mullins he thought he got him down. It was a high tackle. You got to go low on those situations, and Layton was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but now we have a penalty flag. And we'll check it out. I don't know if it's going to go against the Trojans, but Layton's helmet is off right now. We have an injured Trojan coming off the field.
We've got trainers rushing onto the field again. We've got another Panther.
Injured Trojan is Logan Current. Not quite sure what the penalty was. Mullins sniffed that.
Personal foul,
sweep
unnecessary
out.
roughness,
Almost
defense,
had him down,
number
but now it's
23.
gonna be a penalty.
That'll be 15 yards. It'll be a 1st down.
I couldn't really tell.
Let's go downstairs to Bruce Johnson. Bruce.
Couldn't get a good listen in, but seems like it was a personal foul against the Trojans, and that will move the ball down. Rain definitely going to be coming in. That is going to be a big factor. We'll see if Keller still decides to throw. In these situations, you see the wide receivers have gloves on. Sometimes that's not a good thing to have gloves on when you're stuck in the rain. But a nice takedown there by Hamilton to get Myers down. He'll get no gain on that run. Well, they'll give him a little bit. They'll say it's going to be a half.
Officially 2nd and 9, although the scoreboard still says 2nd and 10 as we're inside 6 minutes to go here in the half.
Yeah, they're going to say 2nd down and 10 at the 47-yard line. We'll see if the Panthers will continue with a pass game, but with this rain, you don't want to throw the ball in these situations. Gladio. Keller will drop back to pass, looking downfield. He does have his intended wide receiver. It's Layton, and that is no good. And we're going to have a pass interference call go against Fetterman.
On the Trojans, and you could tell Riley Keller, as soon as he saw Jake Gladio come in, he knew where he was going, and you could just see that speed from Jake. Just brings another dimension to those receivers.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's got some fresh legs, and boy, he ran a great route. You know, that ball was there. I will tell you, you know, from our standpoint here, there may have been some hand combat going on, but I'm kind of questioning whether
That will be another penalty going up against the Trojans.
Pass interference on the defense, number 3. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
Far side, so it's going to be another first down. The Panthers have gotten first downs on consecutive penalties here pretty much, as they'll now have the ball at the Finley 32-yard line.
So first down and 10 at the 32-yard line off that pass interference call against Fetterman. Keller in shotgun, trip wide receivers on the near side of the field, single on the far. Drop back to pass is Keller, and that is going to go slip right through. Drop by Riley. Excuse me. Intended wide receiver was Spencer Morgan. And like I said, with those gloves, it gets slippery out there in these rain conditions, and sometimes it's not a good thing to wear those gloves. They're used for traction, but when it starts raining, they're useless. Keller will drop back to pass once again, looking downfield. Now he'll have to run out of the pocket to his left. He'll lunge a ball downfield. It is caught, but we have a penalty flag. It's going to be a holding call going against the Panthers, and that will bring them back a few yards. The flag was thrown at the 42-yard line.
9 times out of 10, it's going to be a holding call, and that's exactly what it is.
Holding on the offense, number 75. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
All the way back
Second down.
into their own territory. Takes it all the way back to the 48-yard line, and that is a huge loss right there. It's going to make it second down and 31. Double wide receivers on both sides. Keller and shotgun. Motor still back as the running back, but Keller will drop back to pass once again, and he's got a wide receiver wide open. Gilbert on the coverage, and that is dropped once again, and it was right to him, and it's the glove situation. It's the glove situation. If you wear the gloves, it really affects the game. And he was also trying to catch the ball into his body. That's one thing you don't want to do because it will bobble off your pads.
Holding
you want to catch the
on
ball.
the offense, number 57. 10-yard penalty.
And we got another penalty
Declined.
flag going against
Penalty
the
is
Panthers.
declined.
But that will be declined.
Mark!
Because they don't want to accept it because it will still be second down. This time it will be third down and 31. They want to go for the decline instead of.
That's the whole thing when you look at stat lines. Stat lines don't give you the complete game and the complete picture. You know, I will tell you, he's throwing.
Okay, there's some confusion going on.
Warm-ups, I'm like, man, I'm a little worried because I'm watching warm-ups and it didn't seem like he was really on the money during warm-ups.
Referees were trying to take it back some yards and because they thought they accepted. Trojans actually declined. The ball will remain at the 48-yard line. We get third and 31 for the Panthers. Keller, he has trip wide receivers on one side, so he's going to look deep to anybody open. Mullins has a chance. That was caught by Young, but he was already out of bounds before he caught that ball. Brings up fourth down and 31. In this case, Panthers are going to be kicking this one away. Missed opportunities by the Panthers. Some quick passes, some nice long passes to open wide receivers, but with the rain conditions and wearing gloves, there's not much you can do about that. Back to receive is Gilbert. A low snap, a nice hold there, though, to get it off. Hunter. And that was actually kicked by the Panthers. It was kicked out. It's going to be a touchback because they didn't actually down the ball.
Looked like it may have actually hit off of a Panther. I can't be certain.
Or are they going to mark it down where the kick happened?
It's going to be a touchback for the Panther punt unit. And
They are going to say it's going to be a touchback, so Trojans will come out on offense. Some strange events have happened so far throughout this game, but it keeps it exciting.
I was impressed with Austin, over his career. He is one of those kids that when he started in junior high, he was a quarterback, and then we moved into offensive line, and then all of a sudden, and I shouldn't even say all of a sudden, but he's always wanted to be a kid.
Trojans will start their offensive drive at the 20-yard line. Dylan will be in shotgun with Rickman to his right, double wide receivers on both sides. Hand off to Rickman up the middle. He'll get towards the the 25. He'll be taken down. They're going to say he's down at the 23-yard line. Brings up second down and 6.
If you're going to walk on in a position, that's the one you want to be at if you want to have a chance to play.
Absolutely, and I think he's good enough to be.
Same formation once again for the Trojans. They're going to keep it safe. Gives it off to Rickman once again. He's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. Brings up third down.
Hand off to Rickman for a yard gain. It'll be third down to 5 for the Trojans as we get close to 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Again, we're leading 21-0.
And if the conditions continue to be like this going into the second half, you might see a lot of ground game coming out of that second half by both teams. Dylan with the call. He'll fake the handoff. He'll roll out to the right, gets out of the pocket. Intercepted once again by the Panthers, and he'll be taken out of bounds. And that will be Dylan's second interception. Carlos Negrin with the interception.
And it's the second interception tonight for Pat Dillon. Sometimes improvisational skills can get you killed, and that's what's happened twice.
Second interception for Dylan. The first one resulted in a touchdown. This one luckily would get bounced out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. So Panthers back out on offense. They'll go back into shotgun. Myers is in the game. He'll look deep in that corner for Layton, and Layton will catch that one in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. That's his second touchdown of the night. 20-yard touchdown pass by Keller, and that's his third touchdown pass of the day. So another score coming off of a Dylan interception for the Panthers. Gibbons to kick the extra point. That is up. The kick is good. So Panthers now on top, 28-0. We'll take a short break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Because they understand that I work hard for my money and deserve a reward, like everyday rewards checking. A checking account that rewards you with a refund on your ATM charges. Plus, you can get paid, cash rewards, or great interest rate rewards just for using your debit card or paying a bill online, right from your phone or tablet. Stop by the Union Bank today and ask about everyday rewards checking, or visit us online. Your community bank. Union Bank. Member FDIC.
Maybe by week 11 here, we're going to have the 10 commandments,
Out of the timeout, Trojans will get the ball back. A quick drive for the Trojans resulted in another Dylan pass getting picked off by the Panthers, resulting in a touchdown. A nice fade route to the corner of the end zone to Layton for his second touchdown of the night. Makes it 28-0. Gibbons into do the kickoff. Nice high kick there. Receiving is Nunn, and it slips through Nunn's hands, and he just has to pick it up and try to get some yards to get out. He'll be down at the 1, they're going to say towards the 2, but they're going to say it's going to be at the 2-yard line. That is where the Trojans will start, and that is another unfortunate event for the Trojans, and they are backed in to their own end zone.
And that's the whole thing. Is, Coach Winters alluded to early in the year that they couldn't get out of their own way for a period of time. And that's
the rain continues to stay steady.
Continue to, bobble the football, not take care of the ball. They had that really.
And plus with turf, not a lot of traction. So there's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding from some of these players. Dylan will go under center once again and try to get out. He might have gotten a yard on that. I couldn't really tell who was in, who got the ball. I think it was Hamilton, and it was Hamilton giving to the fullback. It's still going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 2-yard line. Dylan under center once again, an inside handoff to Hamilton, and they can't find any gaps up there. The defensive line is just there stopping them like a brick wall. It's kind of difficult to get through there because the big man there is Kevon Butler. He's a senior, 6'3", 288 pounds. Still 3rd down and 10. Dylan will go back under center. Mullins still in the backfield, and they're going to do a forward progress. They're saying it's going to be a safety, but they're saying it was forward progress. He was stopped at the 1-yard line, Hamilton was, and that will bring up 4th down for the Trojans, but they're going to be really backed up into their end zone. Dylan's going to have to be careful kicking this one off. The heels are basically going to be on the out-of-bounds line. So you don't want to mess that up and get a safety call. But now we got a timeout called by the Panthers. 2:12 left. We'll take the timeout with them. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
What is WLFC? WLFC is fun. WLFC is music. Community radio station. We aim for anybody who wants something a little bit different than what they're used to hearing.
WLFC is modern. WLFC is a different type of community where we can share our personal music taste.
WLFC is the station setting the soundtrack for your day.
Out there to return this kick.
Out of that timeout by the Panthers. Panthers probably taking a timeout. You got 2:12 to work with. You want to get another score in. Keller's getting hot with his wide receivers, so why not take the timeout?
Well, we'll find out here what they do because Pat Dillon,
Dillon's back to kick.
A good punt and an okay punt.
Out to receive
Just shy of that out of bounds line.
is Pashan Wimberly. That line's going to show everything they got to try to get a block in. Instead, he does get the punt off. That will be caught and will be taken down at the... He continues and finally gets taken down. He gets past the 5-yard line. He's basically around the 2-yard line, but we have a penalty flag towards the 30-yard line. And we'll see, but it's probably going to be a block in the back call going against the Panthers.
Leighton on the return.
So that nice gain there by the Panthers will bring them back even more from the spot of the foul.
10-yard penalty,
in the back call.
1st down.
Minute 59 left in the 2nd quarter.
39 at this point. The official hasn't set the ball down.
Referees with that towel, making sure the ball will be dry for the offense.
We go to halftime, but we'll see what they can do here up 28-0. Trey Messina is the tailback. Panthers will have 3 wide receivers out there, 4 wide. Twins on either side. Keller in a pistol set.
Keller in shotgun once again. He'll drop back to pass. Looks for another deep pass once again. And a nice job. Gilbert wasn't even looking at the ball. He was basically just putting hands up. And I don't know what that referee is thinking, because Gilbert just had his hands up. He didn't even touch the wide receiver. And they're going to call pass interference. I don't know what that referee was seeing. Maybe it was a rain in his eye, but to me, I mean, if you look back at that, there was no pass interference on Gilbert. There was no touching of the jersey or anything like that. He just had his hands up. The ball hit his hands, and they're going to say that's pass interference.
Probably officials that are used to the college doing college ball, but that is definitely a call that definitely should not have happened because, like I said.
So brings up 1st down and 10 off that penalty. Makes it 1st down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Keller will go back in shotgun. We got double wide receivers, a single wide receiver, but we got a motion by Layton, and Athena will take the ball, and luckily Gilbert gets him down before going into the end zone, but he'll be taken down right at the 5-yard line. Makes it 1st and goal for the Panthers with 1:45 left. If they do score and they go up by 30 points in the second half, it will be a running clock for the rest of the game unless the Trojans can get on that scoreboard. Athena still in the game. Keller, shotgun. We got another motion by Layton, who already has 2 touchdown passes. Once again, it's going to be kind of a rub-off, and going into the end zone once again for his 3rd touchdown catch is Layton, and the Panthers get back on top. Well, they've been on top, but they get more points to their lead, makes it 34-0, and Gibbons will come out for the Panthers to kick the extra point off that crazy penalty call that the referee said against Gilbert for a pass interference.
The linebackers, and then, so it was a great job of leverage, being able to out-leverage him and to get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kick is up, kick is good, and that will make it 35-0. We'll take a short 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
You might be surprised at how much money is in the walls of this old house. With a Union Bank Home Equity Line of Credit, the equity from your home can be used for whatever you need. College tuition, paying off those credit cards, even home improvement. And there are no closing costs. Best of all, you work with Union Bank loan professionals right here in your hometown. Go to theubank.com for details. Union Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Panthers out to do the kickoff. Also, during halftime, you'll get the chance to see both the Panthers and the Findlay High School Marching Band, but after the Findlay High School Marching Band, it will be a special moment down on the field. They will be showing some of the teachers in Findlay City, for the Findlay City Schools and for the Golden Apple Award winners. So we will make sure to have that on the stream, and it will be an exciting moment for those teachers. Kickoff will go away by Gibbons, and that's going to go right out of bounds. Let that one go, and that will be a penalty. So nice job there by Gilbert and Rickman to let that one go. Minute 24 left for the Trojans to work with. They only have 1 timeout, though, so that could be a factor on how this quarter ends.
Free kick infraction, kicking team. Ball be put in play at the 35-yard line, 1st down.
They'll take the ball to the 35-yard line. And Dylan's going to be an empty backfield. He has a diamond formation to his right of wide receivers and double wide receivers on the far side of the field. He'll do a quick pass in the flat and throws it over Fetterman. And Fetterman not happy about the pass. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
He certainly is not light in touch throwing the football. We saw Dustin Carter come in for Perrysburg to replace their injured starting quarterback in Drew Sims, and we felt like Carter really didn't throw
Dillon back in shotgun, Rickman to his left. It will be a handoff to Rickman to the right, and he will get past the first down marker. Nice job by Rickman, and they'll move the chains. He'll be taken down inches past the first down marker, but they'll say he's down at the 45-yard line. Trojans want to continue moving with this running clock. Dillon calling. It's going to be another toss. Instead, it's a fake. Nice slant route there by Gilbert. He'll be taken down. They'll continue to move. The clock will stop with the chains moving. It's going to be first down at the 42-yard line for the Trojans in Panthers territory, and Dillon wants to continue. Double wide receivers once again. He'll give off to Rickman to the right, but the Panthers defense will eat that one up. And that will make it second down. Gets a gain of 1 yard. Makes it second down and 9 at the 41-yard line. And Ritzler will hold that timeout. See if they can get in decent field position to try to go for a field goal. Dillon in shotgun once again, throws in the flat, gets Fetterman with the catch. Nice jukes there and finally gets taken down, but that was a vicious takedown there. And that was Pashawn Wimberly, and we have an injured offensive lineman for the Trojans. That's Jordan Foster, and they're going to take an official's timeout. We'll take the 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men...
Off that injury timeout, Dillon looking downfield. Pocket closes completely and finally gets taken down. That pocket closed very quick for Dillon, and that was Ramel Greer with the tackle. And the Trojans are going to let this clock run out. Well, they're not going to let the clock run out. They're actually going to take a timeout. Instead, 9 seconds left. At this point, you might as well do some sort of Hail Mary pass to the end zone with the 9 seconds remaining, but you still do have a timeout left. If you do a quick pass, it has to definitely be an out route for the wide receiver to get out of bounds pretty quick, or you got to try for the first down marker or just get into some type of good field position to make sure the field goal kicker feels comfortable with getting some points on the board. We'll see what the Trojans decide to do, but that pocket closed fairly quick for Pat Dillon. Could be troublesome, but he does tend to find himself getting out of sticky situations and bouncing out to either side of the field, and he's pretty good throwing on the run. So we'll see, but actually time gets put back on the clock, make it 12 seconds. So that's actually a positive for the Trojans. He'll look to pass. He does have Gilbert, and a nice job by Gilbert to get out of bounds. With 8 seconds left, you still have that one timeout. You're a little bit closer into field goal territory. I'm going to say it's at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be third down. 5. Nice job by Gilbert to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Dillon will go back in the shotgun. Going to have trip wide receivers on the far side of the field. Single on the near. It's going to be another pass to Gilbert, and Gilbert gets out of bounds, and he will get the first down. And that will move the chains. 4 seconds left, and at this point, you might as well bring out the kicking unit for the field goal and get some points on the board.
Finley has a strong history of great kickers here. The 5'11", 182-pound senior is going to try a field goal here from 30.
Mitchell Taylor will come out. They were doing some practicing kicks into the wind during pregame, Taylor was. So we'll see how he can do. It's a low snap, and the kick is off, and that kick's going to be short, and that is going to be no good. Trojans will go into the half With no points on the board, the Panthers are on top, 35-0. We'll see if the Trojans can get some type of points on the board, but right now the Panthers with a demanding lead. We'll take a short 30-second break. When we come back, you'll get a chance to see the Whitmer Panthers marching band and then the Findlay Trojans marching band, and then after that you'll get to see the Golden Apple Awards for these fantastic teachers in Findlay City Schools. So we'll take the short 30-second break. When we come back, enjoy the show, and you're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
All the results are completely different than what they were doing.
If I get stats, I'll probably say them before.
Western Central getting beat when they really shouldn't have been. The Olentangy Orange game is tied at the half. Olentangy Liberty game is tied at the half. So it's completely up in the air right now.
David, my turn. David, you want to use your turn? Your stats? Thank you.
Up to the mic. Wait.
I don't know why that says it. Didn't only say 1,400.
Good. Why do you want to open it? What?
The mic's on. I know, but we got to get that.
They haven't had sound effects.
I know, but they want me to put the mic out.
Our next character is an American Private Eye, starring Craig Stevens as the title character, with Lola Albright as his girlfriend, Katie Clark. The TV series is probably remembered for its music, including its iconic theme song, which was nominated for an Emmy Award and 2 Grammys, and have been performed and recorded by many musicians. Please enjoy Thriller Radio. of the Impossible Mission Force, a small team of secret agents used for covert ops against dictators, evil organizations, and crime lords. However, these guys sometimes go rogue and take on those who would do them or others harm. Here is Mission Impossible. It wouldn't be a super spy show without the supers. They came back this summer in another blockbuster hit. Here are The Incredibles. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Whitmer High School Marching Band. The Whitmer Band is under the direction of Justin Rose, Eileen Maroon, John Georgeson, and assisted by Nathan Debresta. The percussion instructor, Drew Parrott. Dance team advisor, Kat Hyatt. Roller instructor, Allison Parsons. And led on the field by drum majors, Aaron O'Brien and Brenna Taylor.
Oh, Dan, how you doing, bud? Good, how are you? Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Findlay High School is proud to present the 2018 Findlay Trojans Marching Band. The band is led by Field Commanders Savannah Hummel, Grayson Pollock, and Maggie Root. This evening, the Trojan Marching Band will be joined by the future of the band program, our 8th grade band students. The combined band will be forming selections from the late 60s and early 70s. Opening tonight's show is one of Chicago's greatest hits, 25 or 6 to 4. next piece was written by one of the most influential bands of all time, the Beatles. Written and recorded on the spot. Birthday follows a standard blues progression. The last combined band selection was made popular in the 1980s hit Blues Brothers. Recorded in 1966 by the Spencer Davis Group, Gimme Some Lovin' is widely recognized today. Performance at Donnell Stadium. Senior band students will be performing on their own a piece of their choosing. Recorded by Steve Perry in 1984, and will close out tonight's show with Oh Sheriff.
it there and want to pack it in because it is the final game of the season. Like you said, one of those things where you have to prove that, okay, let's finish the job here. And
teachers.
About Ken Winter's line of finish that can be
I said teachers before I go on.
Teachers rose to Findlay City Schools with the best education, with the best teachers for kids. In the elementary division, Bigelow Hill fourth grade teacher Janine Baker received this prestigious award. There isn't anything Janine doesn't do that does not come from her heart. Every child in her classroom knows they are loved through the magical connections she makes with her students. She helped those around her, including her colleagues, rise to the fullest potential. She is the true definition of what it means to be big, Trojan true. In the middle school division was Sue Harrington Williams. Ms. Harrington works hard to create a classroom where students feel they belong. She shows students that their value in her classroom goes beyond their artistic ability. Ms. Harrington generally cares about the well-being and success of every student who walks through the door. Findlay City Schools is blessed to have her caring talents and gifts at Donnell Middle School. In the high school division, Krista Bigger took home top honors. Krista Bigger, who was unable to attend, has had both an immediate and profound impact on the choral music program of Findlay City Schools. Her talent and passion for working with students is obvious. Students are drawn to Krista and can often be found spending time talking with her before and after school. Congratulations to these three wonderful and amazing teachers, where Findlay City Schools not only has great opportunities for students, but has outstanding teachers in the classroom.
My favorite part about teaching is taking broken children and slowly gluing them back together. This is my 21st year, and I started and I had kids that were solid at the beginning of my career, and every year I see more and more broken kids. And it's my job to slowly help them believe that there's an adult out there that loves them. If I'm the only one that loves them, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do what I can.
Can you handle it? Are you certain? Awesome. All right.
My favorite things at this point, this school year, I just teach reading language arts, and I love a good story. So when I pull my kids around my chair and I open it up and I hold it close and I pause for that dramatic effect, and when every child's leaning forward waiting for the next part, oh, that just, it's like gives the energy. Feels so good. If I can turn the kids on to reading, the kids who weren't readers before, so they see the power in words. It's definitely a good feeling.
Give me another context clue. Cody. He was crawling, which means maybe he did it yesterday.
We don't know the future in front of us, and I have to make every day count. And I get point A to point B, and I get only so much time, and I have to do my very best and make all the best decisions I can for every kid in my room, every single day. And it's a big deal. I mean, it changes you. I mean, I'm a different person
Imagine life
now
without
than I was
football.
21 years ago, and
No
it's-
Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience.
Welcome back out to Donnell Stadium. Trojans about to get the kickoff going, but falling off the tee is the ball. Gibbons puts it back into place. Back to receive is Fetterman and Nunn. And we will have a running clock now for the rest of the game. Caught by Nunn. A nice job going to the right side, finding a good gap there. It's going to be stopped at the 26-yard line. That's where the Trojans will start off their drive for this third quarter. Let's take a look at some of those first half stats. In total passing yards, Riley Keller has 105 yards. He's thrown 15 times, completed 7. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns. For total offense for the Panthers, 199 yards. First downs total, 12. And time of possession, 10 minutes, 6 seconds. For Findlay, they've had possession 9 times. They have 167 total offensive yards and 13 minutes, 54 seconds of possession in that first half. Pat Dillon gives off to his running back. Can't tell. I think that's Rickman on the run. Yep, that's definitely Rickman. Kind of continue looking into some of these stats. The wide receiver core for the Trojans totaling 57 yards. Leading the way is Adam Gilbert with 31 yards. Total receiving, Parker Fetterman is right behind him with 26 yards total of receiving. And while I was talking, there was a penalty. It's going to make it first down and 21 at the 15-yard line.
So first down and 21 for the Trojans. Dylan is in the gun.
Dylan back in shotgun formation. Rickman to his left. It's going to be another handoff to Rickman up the right. Might be a gain of 1. Now they're going to say,
second down and 21.
They're still going to say no gain. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 21 at the 15-yard line. They go back in shotgun formation. Double wide receivers once again. Rickman to Dylan's left. He'll drop back to pass, looks, has Fetterman, and then throwing again right to another Panther, and gets picked off a third time this game. Let's see that again. Just throws it right to him. Fetterman was looking for the ball, instead throws over
Nice job there on the interception for Whitmer in great field position once more. For the Panthers. So I'm assuming Hunter Hammock, or is
It was Dion Pope with the interception.
on the short field ball at the Finley 17-yard line.
So now they're at the 17-yard line, first down and 10. Keller, well,
In the shotgun. Hand off to Devin Mauder, who cuts his
Mauder with the ball. He bounces off a few defenders, finally gets taken down, but he gets inside.
Down for Devin Mauder, I think. No,
Now they're going to mark him down at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line. And it was Cifuentes, thank you, on the interception. That's a new name we haven't heard. So ball is first and goal at the 4-yard line.
We got a new quarterback in there. That's going to be Mikkel Frisk.
Once again.
Or excuse me, that's going to be Tommy. Yeah, Mikkel Frisk. And the Panthers get a touchdown to start off this third quarter. Makes it 41-0.
We saw some of the starters, but you get the ball at the 17-yard line of your opponent, you can make the change at quarterback if you like.
Yeah, I think that's
Gibbons out to kick the extra point.
That is something that I wasn't expecting us to be able to have the ball right where we're at, and hats off to them and saying, hey, Riley, you've done a good job, and now let's get Colbert some reps.
Austin Gibbons extra point.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. Makes it 42-0 now.
Here in our third quarter, and Finley reeling right now as they now
It's 8:59 left in the third quarter. We'll take a short 30-second break. Panthers on top, 42-0. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
Gilbert,
Out of the break, Gibbons to do the kickoff. Off that score from the interception that Dylan threw to Pope. And a nice job by Gilbert just to let that one go in the end zone for the touchback. Dylan's thrown 3 interceptions on the night. All resulted in scores. The first one resulted in a 22-yard touchdown for the Panthers, and the last 2 resulted in touchdown passes, one by Keller to Layton, and that touchdown run by the Panthers.
Just looking out here at our defense right now, you can see kind of a mix of some starters, some starters and some guys who are, coming in rotation competition in the secondary. But you know, some of these guys are just coming in here and get some more reps.
Trojans sticking with the shotgun formation with double wide receivers on both sides. He'll fake the, no, he'll decide to give the handoff to Rickman. He'll go for a nice short gain there, maybe a gain of 3. They're going to give him a gain of 4. Makes it 2nd down and 6 at the 24-yard line.
You had Rickman on a carry there for 4 yards, so it's 2nd down and 6 up to the Trojan 24. And you maybe just want to get out of here too if you're Mark Ritzler and his guys, as Dylan in the gun once more.
Dylan hands off once again to Rickman. A nice gap for Rickman to go up between the linemen. He'll get a 1st down. That will move inside that 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 33-yard line. Running clock is still going.
Listed as the team starting tailback, at least as far as my scouting report was concerned. And you can see why. He's a nice back. He's not necessarily the fastest.
Dylan will hand off again to Rickman. He'll be taken down. They'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Again in the 3rd quarter, but again a running clock here with Whitmer up 42-0.
2nd down and 9 at the 34-yard line. They're actually going to give him forward progress.
Twins to either side with Rickman in the backfield with them.
Dylan in shotgun. Hand off again to Rickman, and he just gets eaten up in the backfield. There to meet Rickman was Drake Sturdivant.
Drake Sturdivant just continues to improve. And Jerry, we wondered how this Whitmer team would replace these defenses.
3rd down and 9 for the Trojans.
Don leaving, and you lose Alex Schwartz, you lose Bryant Hayes, but with the way Romel Greer played earlier in the season and what we've seen from Drake Sturdivant, you have to feel a little bit better about the odds. As Finley out here in 4 wide.
Dylan will drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass to Gilbert. And he does get a few yards, but that's not going to be good enough to get the 1st down. Brings up 4th down for the Trojans. Special teams unit will come out. Dylan will punt this one off.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole thing is that, you know, Drake is a weight room junkie on top of it. So, you know, he's going to have, I already know he's going to have a tremendous offseason, you know.
Leighton will come into the game to receive. A nice kick there by Dylan. He'll let that one roll. That will go out of bounds. It's between the 23 and the 20. The 22 and the 23. They're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and mark it at the 23-yard line.
Defensive line that really hasn't lost too much of a step since losing.
That's where the Panthers will begin.
There may have to be some shifting around. We talked about Kevon Butler moving inside, but man, you could really see this Whitmer defensive line playing very well in the state tournament next year.
Yeah, and what you see, you know, is what we've done is adjusted.
Frisk still in at quarterback, so it seems like Keller's night is done.
To bring him in at the nose, but you know, now what we've done is gone back to that base look of our 4-3.
Shotgun formation for the Panthers. It's going to be a handoff to Mathena and gets eaten up in the backfield. Will lose 2 yards.
Snap on the handoff from Tommy Colbert to Trey Mathena. Loss of 2 on
In on the tackle is Logan Current for the Trojans. 2nd down and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Hunter Hammock is out there, wide receiver. Coaches made the decision a couple weeks ago to move Hunter to wide receiver full-time to try and get something out of him. He's a good athlete. And
Frisk and shotgun. Now we got referees calling. And it seems like there's a uniform mishap going on there. But for one of the Panthers' offensive linemen, he'll have to come off the field. Something with his helmet. So new lineman will come in for the Panthers. Double wide receivers on the far side of the field, single on the near. Frisk. Fisk. Frisk. and shotgun.
Use his speed and use his athleticism. That's something that I look forward to seeing.
Hands off to his running back and will be taken down. Nice wrap up there by the Trojans with the run. Was Ryan Scott Foltz. Taken down by Brandon Hamilton. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 at the 24-yard line. Panthers trying to take advantage of this running clock.
And it's going to be, I believe, Ryan Scott Foltz at tailback.
Frisk.
In the backfield with
Shotgun. Another handoff to Foltz. Foltz will be eaten up in the backfield. Nice tackle there by Cale Stokes. That will bring up 4th down. Whitmer will punt this one away. Gilbert will be back to receive.
Standing at the Panther 11-yard line. Clock is inside 3:20 to play. Again, clock is a running one here in the 3rd quarter. It will be as long as Whitmer maintains a 30-plus point lead.
Snaps away. Kick is away. It's going to be a low kick, but Gilbert calls for the fair catch. Catches it at the 48-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will start their next drive. The last time they were out on offense, Dylan was getting picked on again, having another interception. We'll see if the Trojans can answer back, and we have another penalty flag. So let's see what the ref has to say.
There is a hold on the Trojans, so what was starting at the 48-yard line is going to be marked.
Holding call goes against the Trojans. That's going to bring them back even more.
Holding on number 40 of the return team. Be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. 1st down.
It really wasn't a kick that was in the air that long, so I'm actually surprised there could even be a holding call on it.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that it looked like they were a little missing.
They will bring them back to the 38-yard line. A 10-yard loss there. And we have a change quarterback. Coming in is Max Roth. And Dylan's day is done. Trip wide receivers on the far side of the field. Single on the near. It's going to be a handoff again to Rickman up the middle. He'll move the pile for some yards. He gets past, they'll say he gets towards the 41-yard line, but inches away from that 40. Brings up 2nd down, call that 7.
Number 8, Laith Salama, who's a sophomore. Oh, excuse me, number 6, who's not on my roster, so that doesn't help us out a whole lot.
That's going to be Max Roth in at quarterback.
We had one of those a couple weeks ago. When Trey Mathena switched into Jake Gladio's jersey, handoff to the outside, and running back goes nowhere. That's Rickman again. He'll be taken down for a loss on the play.
Max Roth, the quarterback.
Max Roth, who's the quarterback. We just got another roster here.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, no kidding.
At the 39-yard line.
As Max Roth is in the gun with 4 wide receivers.
Shotgun formation for Roth. He will drop back to pass. ISO situation. Gilbert looking for the ball. Catches it, and he's going to try to run all the way to the end zone. Past the 10, past the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Gilbert, nice job there to turn around for Roth's pass. And it was a nice one right over the head of the Panther defender, and Gilbert walking right into the end zone for the touchdown. Makes it 42-6.
Look back on in a couple of years and say what a play, but that's the kind of stuff we
A nice pass there by Max Roth, and an even better catch by Adam Gilbert. Taylor in to kick the extra point.
And make a play. There's some positive then to be able to take out of this game, with the way that ball was thrown.
Mitchell Taylor on for the extra point. Snap is back, hold is down.
Taylor with a kick, and the kick will be good. And after that, it makes it 42-7 with 1:45 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a short timeout, a 30-second timeout. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
By Max Roth for the touchdown pass to Adam Gilbert. Still a running clock, though. Taylor with the kick. We'll see if he tries to do an onside. He will instead kick a squib towards the 30.
Kickoff return is a decent one as the return man
Gets it towards the 50-yard line. That's Carlos Negrin for the Panthers. Now we got a penalty flag.
Yeah, Bruce, I think we're going to have to work on it. We may have to fundraise for you to be able to get, to get yourself one.
Well, the funny thing is we really haven't had a whole lot of games until this year where it's been raining during the game in a long time. So it's just kind of funny that the first year that we bring a sideline reporter in.
Calling a personal foul against the Trojans after the play. So instead of being stopped at that 48-yard line,
Ball's going to be marked inside the Trojan 40-yard line.
It's going to take them all the way to the 37-yard line. So Frisk still in at quarterback, shotgun formation.
And we've got three wide receivers. And it looks like
Frisk is going to go with his running back and a nice bounce to the outside. His running back there was William Gunn, and Gunn gets a nice pickup there. But now we have an injured player. And they're pretty quick to get to him. We'll take a 30-second timeout for the injury. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
You might be surprised at how much money is in the walls of this old house. With a Union Bank Home Equity Line of Credit, the equity from your home can be used for whatever you need. College tuition, paying off those credit cards, even home improvement. And there are no closing costs. Best of all, you work with Union Bank loan professionals right here in your hometown. Go to theubank.com for details. Union Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Because neither team ever plays a week.
The injured player was also the one who was carrying the ball. That was William Gunn. They have him up right now, but he was down for quite a bit. But he'll come off the field.
Last night, the JV team beat Springfield in that JV Super Bowl. It's always a kind of a friendly rivalry with the Gachardos being former Whitmer people, and now it's Springfield, and I think they like to.
Clock will continue to run.
Just kind of something to fire the guys up, and it's almost kind of like a reward even for the JV kids for all their.
Panthers still not out on offense. They still got that play clock to work with. 12 seconds left on the play clock. But they're jolting out there. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Frisk and shotgun. And it will be another handoff to his running back. That's Pope once again. He'll be tackled. And on the tackle was De La Cruz, as well as Brandon Hamilton. Clock will run down. We'll go into the fourth quarter. But Findlay gets on the board from a Max Roth touchdown pass to Adam Gilbert, making the score 42-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're watching Trojan football on UFTV.
You might be surprised at how much money is in the walls of this old house. With a Union Bank Home Equity Line of Credit, the equity from your home can be used for whatever you need. College tuition, paying off those credit cards, even home improvement. And there are no closing costs. Best of all, you work with Union Bank loan professionals right here in your hometown. Go to theubank.com for details. Union Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Beginning of the fourth quarter, Findlay down 42-7. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 at the 32-yard line. Running clock will continue for this quarter until that 30-point lead is broken. And the Panthers starting to rotate some of those second-string players into those lineups right now for this fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter getting set to begin. It's 3rd down and 5.
Excuse me, Panthers are on offense.
Tommy Colbert's in at quarterback with the Panthers leading 42-0 and a running clock here as the handoff is to Scott Foltz again, I believe. And he's taken
Tommy Colbert is in at quarterback.
By the defense, and you heard Bruce say Bryce Keller, and he's playing right now at left tackle. And a bunch of other guys getting their chance to shine under the Friday night lights here. Panthers going for it on 4th down and 8 back at their own 35-yard, or excuse me, the 35-yard line. Panthers just letting the clock burn. An update from down in Central Ohio. Upper Arlington loses to
4th and 5 at the 8-yard line. Excuse me.
Spartans have officially clinched a spot.
35-yard line. Colbert will throw deep for his wide receiver. On the coverage there for the Trojans was Jarrett Bartson. Intended wide receiver was Hunter Hammock. And some cheers coming from the crowd, and Tanner Rickle is out on offense. Today is senior day, and Rickle, with that devastating injury against St. Francis, he's out on the field. He wanted to dress for today. That's the character that Tanner Rickle has, and he'll take a snap.
Because the City League was so good this year from top to bottom, extra points to be had, and that's
Rickle in shotgun. He'll hand off, and Rickman will down the ball at the line of scrimmage, and they want to get one last snap in for Tanner Rickle, and that's a pretty big moment there. He definitely is the leader of this Trojans team, and someone that a lot of these players look to. So it's a pretty difficult moment probably for Rickle and his other teammates.
Coming into this week in the track, he was 6th in rushing, 5th in passing, and 4th in scoring in the league. And again,
it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Since week number 5, and
10:37 left.
Of the game, we really felt like there was an opportunity for him to have been quarterback of the year.
Roth in at quarterback. Rickman still in. He's on his right side. We got double wide receivers on both sides. A new sub coming in. That's Elijah Baxter coming into the game for the offense. Rickman does get the handoff, goes up the middle, and will be taken down shy of that 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 38. Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans.
And all of his kids love him, but just the respect and admiration that he has, you know, for Tanner Rickle and to have him.
RJ Nunn will come out of the game. Coming into the game for RJ is Austin Hosler. Rickman with the handoff. He'll bounce it out to the right side. A nice job. And has blockers in front of him. He continues to roll. And it was a high tackle. And Rickman just bounced off of it and started running backwards. Gets finally taken down at the 40-yard line. Nice pickup there by Rickman. Rickman will be coming out of the game. And now we have a timeout being called. Rickman, who is also a big part for the Trojans will come out. We'll have a new running back coming in for the Trojans with that timeout. We still got 9:33 left. Roth will still be in at quarterback, but we're going to start seeing some second-string players for the Trojans to end this game on senior night.
Oh, Hudson. And it was, you were competitive, I thought, for the first half.
Seems like the rain has subsided since that second quarter and halftime.
Those are all semantics, Gary.
Whole new set of players out there right now. You got Austin Hosler, and for wide receiver, you got David Hackenberg. Baxter is in there as well.
Well, and what I was saying, before Tanner
And just coming in is Tyler Gurney. Handoff to Laith Salama, brings up second down. A 1-yard gain. Actually not a 1-yard gain. They're going to still, it was at the line of scrimmage. So second down and 10 at the 39. Roth and shotgun. Handoff to Salama and just gets pummeled. And that, I was waiting for the penalty flags to be thrown in, and literally Salama got picked up and thrown down in a big takedown there. That
Personal
was Donnie
foul.
Hamlin.
Defense. Illegal helmet contact. Blow to the head. 15 yards.
Automatic first down, and as Bruce Johnson could do test another 100-yard dash on Monday for the Whitmer Panthers, but that's one of those.
So after the personal foul, Trojans will get an automatic first down
if the tackle was made by Craig
at the 27.
It would be a little different. So
Clock continues to run.
So it's first and 10 Trojans from the Whitmer 27.
Roth back in shotgun. Salama to his right. Handoff to Salama once again, and he will be taken down again, leading the way for the Panthers is Hamblin. Salama's going to come out of the game. Replacing him is Jeremiah Tatum.
Anthony went up 38-14, and this sets up an interesting decision here that I think is kind of
second and 13 at the 30-yard line for the Trojans.
And Central will likely play again next week in round 1 of the playoffs, as will Anthony Wayne and
Trip wide receivers on the near side of the field. On the far, we got single wide receiver. Handoff to Tatum. And Tatum, once again, is going to get driven back. They're going to give him a little bit of forward progress. And it's going to be at the 30-yard line. 3rd and 13 for the Trojans. Same formation as last. Roth back in shotgun. A low snap. Roth has to get it out quick, and that was not a complete pass to Baxter, so that will be incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 13 for the Trojans. They'll keep the offense out there.
You have to be honest, is there any kind of situation where that starts to creep in on what you show and what you don't when you have the same opponent probably next week?
Well, what you're doing is honestly, behind the scenes, you're always peeking ahead. You peek ahead, but you stay focused and keep your team focused on what is in front of them at that moment. But as a coach, you're also looking.
Roth and shotgun.
You watch a little bit of tape, and you're watching some of these guys.
Drop backs the pass. He's looking in that ISO situation, but he's being double covered. Baxter is, and he will not be able to get the completion, and that will be a turnover on downs. Panthers will get the ball back, and Panthers will just try to run the clock out.
We're going to throw what we throw at you and do our things, but you also, can start to trickle in some of the things for the following week that you can practice on early in the week, to take care of something. But as a coach, you are peeking at it, but you're keeping your team focused on each week. So the coach verbiage is we're only looking at that week,
back and shut the
you're
windows.
truly peeking ahead and taking a look at it. And I guarantee you,
Colbert comes back out at quarterback, and
looking at the setup that could be, and knowing
Ryan Scott Foltz in at running back. Trip wide receivers on the far side.
Ross' pass was incomplete on 4th down. It's turnover on downs. Whitmer with the
And off to Foltz. Foltz will bring it up on that left side. Breaks defenders. And he's going to try to stumble step some of these Trojan defenders. He'll finally get taken down. Sliding into that 30-yard line. In on the tackle there was De La Cruz. But that was a big play there by Foltz. Had a few juke moves to get into Trojan territory. Clock continues to run.
You know, but go back to what we were talking about, that matchup, you know, for you know, your week 10 and then your week 11 won't be the same. It was, I believe back in 2004 we had that same outcome where, you know, unfortunately we were 9-0 going in. Unfortunately we were 9-0.
Colbert.
Unfortunately, we lost the same.
Pressure's being shown by the Trojans. Hand off to Foltz, and they're not going to let him do it again. And in on the tackle there was Grant Jolliffe.
But it was 2004 since we've had something like that for Grant. You know, so it is unlikely, but it was one of those things that, you know, when you go
brings up second down and 13.
Game, you know, you want to make sure, you know, that you execute your game plan and be prepared for any type of wrinkles coming at you for that next week.
Scott Foltz was tackled for a loss on the play by Grant Jolliffe for Finley, so it'll be second down and 13. But the other thing, too, that I said, and I kind of postulated when we were, Mason Lowry and I were talking on
Foltz to Colbert's left. He'll hand off to Foltz. He'll bring it to the right. He'll be taken down once again by 2 Trojans.
But the thing I brought up was, what if you get into a late game?
In on that tackle was Jeremiah Tatum.
Worked really well against St. John's. Do you save it for week number 11? Do you play it week number 10? Now, obviously, Central's argument could be, well, we're playing for a league title.
Hit the 4-minute mark for the 4th quarter. Third down and 12 for the Panthers at the 32-yard line. Colbert shotgun. Gives off to Foltz once again. He's going to bounce it out to the left and tries to jump over a defender. Instead, he gets tackled. And on the tackle was Jarrett Bartson.
Yeah, I think it's if the time is right, you know, and you need to do it, I don't think you hold back at all. I think there's one of those things that you need to do if you need to win the game and you need to do something like that to win, then you pull the stops out.
Scott Foltz with a 4-yard gain brings up a
Colbert looks into the flat, has a wide receiver open, double step, tries to dive towards the first down marker, but he will be shy by 2 yards.
Looks like it was Hunter Hammock on the reception. It's going to be a turnover.
And that will be a turnover on downs. The Trojans will get the ball back. Right now they have 3:06 left in the ball game.
But you just wonder, again, as a coach, you don't want to show too much, but as you said, you play to win. Where the big titles would sort of become the expectation. But I know that Greg Dempsey would love to have a track title, but
Roth will come back out as quarterback. His running back is going to be Salama. Trip wide receivers on the near side of the field, single on the far side. Roth will give off to Salama. He'll finally get taken down, but gets a few yards, gets 2 yards on that run. Brings up second down. We have a substitution coming in for the running back slot. Coming into the game is going to be Sam Wyrock. He'll be to Roth's left side. Hand off to Wyrock. And a nice move up the middle. He'll dive, gets close to the first down marker. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line. But good pickup there. Makes it third down and manageable. Actually, third down and 1.
Because you know, if you don't win, you're done. You know, and in this case here, we know that you're going into week 11. You know, we knew that going into this game. So your approach is a little bit different.
Roth, hand off again to Wyrock. He'll try to go forward, but they're going to say he's shy of the first down. Brings up 4th. Minute 36 left.
For those scenarios for those guys, you definitely need to pull out all the stops and try
Trojans will decide to go for it.
From my front yard.
Salama with 3 straight carries to set up 4th down and 1 here inside a minute and a half to go here in the 4th quarter. 4 wide receivers, bunch trip to the right, single receiver to the left. As the Trojans going for it here, handoff to Salama. And he's gonna
Diving forward, and they do get the first down.
And likely going to be our final.
And a nice job there by Wyrock.
The clock is inching towards a minute to go.
A minute now, and the clock will just start ticking down for this 4th quarter. Trojans will try to get a few more plays in before this 2018 season will conclude. Handoff to Wyrock again. He'll be eaten up in the backfield. Brings up 2nd down. Does get back to the line of scrimmage. Still 2nd down and 10 at the 35-yard line. And at this point, they still do have to run another play because of the play clock. Roth back in shotgun. Wyrock to his left. Handoff to Wyrock, and he will go towards the line of scrimmage. He does fumble, but they say he's down, but the clock will expire. The Trojans will fall 42-7. Last game of the season, last home game, and the 2018 season will conclude for the Trojans. 16 seniors on the team, and definitely hard-fought battle for this season. A lot of mishaps, a lot of injuries, but we'll see how they do next season in 2019. I want to say thank you to everybody who worked on this production, and I want to say thank you to Athletic Director Nate Wyrock for allowing me to do play-by-play for these home games. It means a lot, and I had a great time doing it. And yeah, just everyone that's works on this production, fantastic job. Thank you again. And signing off for one last time, my name is Brandon Emsweller, and you were watching Trojan Football on UFTV.